Hello, I'm NovaSC, and I'm going to very quickly bring you this game because I just played it and it demonstrates something really cool. That a really cool way to defend all-ins from your opponent, which I rarely execute properly, and I really struggle against all-ins in this matchup. So, at the very least, this is going to give me a record of how to do it. If I later in life start struggling again, I can remember how to do it properly. Anyway. So, in this game, I shall fast forward. My opponent's going to go for a really cheesy, like ridiculously cheesy all-in, 4 gates and Stargate. So, no chance of playing a macro game with that sort of opening. I'm not sure how many probes he makes, actually, so that would be interesting. I'm going for one of a fairly macro orientated build, my 1 gate expand. Unfortunately, I forget that you're supposed to expand before the robo, because this was the first game I played today. So I put the robo first, which delays my nexus, and I don't use the robo because I can't afford to use it yet. So that was a bit of a mistake. Other than that, I've executed the build fine. And here comes the attack, so I'll pause right now and just make sure I'm in the right speed, faster, yeah. Okay, so 4 gates. Stargate, he's going to open to Oracle and then he's going to rally Void Rays. Oh, actually, he's made a couple Void Rays, then is out rallying an Oracle. That's an interesting choice. I guess he wants to deny to kill this off as fast as possible, so that sort of makes sense. And he's even walling off at the front, so absolutely no chance of playing properly here. So, 4 gates, Stargate. What I'm going to do, I'll have it at normal speed now. What I do because I've scouted it. Wait a minute, sorry, I'm a bit stupid. Wait a minute, I have scouted. I'm just at 100% checking. Yeah, so I have scouted that he's doing this. So I positioned my army here. In this against this sort of all-in, a Stargate all-in, I can't hold this natural. It is too hard because he can attack here and here at the same time using his Stargate units, and I just don't have quite enough to defend. I can overcharge down here, have my army here, but that's only going to work for a certain amount of time, and he's going to kill it off eventually, unless he plays really bad and I play perfectly. So it's just so hard to defend this. I just give up, which is fine because in this situation I have more probes than him, so it's fine. And the only advantage he has is he has more army. His army can't get up because as long as I'm nailing my force fields perfectly on the dot, then he can't get up, and it's cool. He can get up with Void Rays, obviously, but I have Photon Overcharge for now, and that will give me enough time to get up enough Stalkers. So let's carry on. So I'm getting a Twilight Council, and that's for either Blink Stalkers or Archons, depending on how I judge the game to be going. So he's going to kill this off, obviously, but I just have to be really careful to not let him up my ramp, because this army can kill my army at the moment. If he snipes my Arbitrary Core, of course. Okay, so don't let him up at all, and I'm going to want to kill this Oracle off. Try my very best. He should be going in from the back and killing this off, but if he does, that's fine. I have Photon Overcharge. He keeps poking in. I think he's looking to try and snipe my sentries, which is sort of a good idea, because if he does that, I've lost, pretty much. He's just not making Void Rays. Okay, can't afford Void Rays. He's rallying Void Rays when he can. He's making gateway units. So I've added on my Twilight Council because I think I can hold off this push infinitely long, because I have Force Fields and Photon Overcharge. So I'm going to go for Archons, which is more of a mid-game focused thing, which seems weird because I'm on 1 base. Nice feedback there. Which seems weird because I'm on 1 base, but I can just sit here forever. And I know that he's not going to expand, because if he expands, I can break out and have an advantage probably. And he's walled himself in, so he's obviously not going to expand. I wonder if I've seen that. I've seen he's doing it, but yeah. So he keeps adding on these units. He's getting sentries so that I can't break out and expand. But I have Archons to help me there. Anyway, even if I decide to do that. So I'm adding on more gateways, an extra gateway. I'm just making 100% sure that I can hold this front. Once I'm sure, I'm going to make a second Immortal and then a Warp Prism. And with 2 Immortals and a Warp Prism, I'm going to harass here. And the harassing there is hopefully going to force him to go back and allow me to expand. so that I'm going to have all the tech I need for the mid game, and he's not. He's just going to have a Stargate and some gateways, which will give me a clear advantage. And I'm adding on more gateways for the time when my natural is up and running. I'm going to have a probe advantage as well. I think my mic's in the wrong position, so I might be making some weird sounds. Oh dear. Okay, so adding on all the units I can afford. I can only afford Zealots because I'm adding on Archons and Warp Prisons and Immortals, which is quite expensive on one base. Need to be very careful to not let them up. It seems like this army can easily kill this army, but with the Void Rays it's easy. It's quite possible that he can break up this front if I don't nail force fields and I don't get the first one overcharge on. Okay, so. I'm attacking with my Warp Prism. So I'm going to want to check for an expansion first. That's my first target. The reason this Warp Prism is so good in this situation, because all you can make are Void Ray units, Void Rays, which are very expensive, or Stalkers, which Immortals kill, or Zealots, which the Warp Prism can avoid. There's not much my opponent can really do about this, other than make really expensive units to deal with it, which will weaken his army here, because he has to have half his army here just to deal with a couple Immortals. So that will split up his army and allow me to break down the ramp. So I'm going to first take out some vital structures. Destroying that's a really good idea. He sees that I'm harassing, so he's going to try pushing up. He's just thinking that I can't multitask properly, but luckily I can. And back here I'm killing probes off. Units obviously favouring me because I've been chronoing probes out, I think, as well. Adding on morsels now, keeping them coming because I see he has a lot of stalkers. Otherwise I'd probably make some more Archons just in case I don't have enough for anti-air. He's forced swapping a lot of zealots back here, which is weakening his army at the front, and he can't do anything other than just push in, A-click. I think he is A-clicking, yeah. That dies. Morsel's going to eat through these stalkers. This isn't going to be very close, and I have the advantage because he's pushing up the ramp. Adding on more units, getting some Immortals, and he leaves. That's good. So I hope you learned something. I hope I learned something from that in about a year's time when I'm stupid and forget how to do this. Yes, instructional game. I'll see you later. Yes, hope you enjoyed that. Goodbye.